shows dominate the interwebs, each show trying to bring you the next best thing. Nick and Rachel are here to entertain you with all things Big Brother, game talk, competition, backstabs, and the unexpected. Embark on this journey as we bring you the most unfiltered web show you've ever seen. We want the fans to voice their opinions. We want to hear what you have to say. Agree to disagree. We're the Unfiltered Feedsters, coming to you live Fridays at 8, so you better subscribe.
Hey yo, Rachality, Big Brother season's back. You gotta tell them what we've been up to.
Hey yo, let BB Nick Robobot. Let's tell them about our new web show, the Unfiltered Feedsters.
What you know about us? What you know about us? What you know about us? What you know? We're the Unfiltered Feedsters coming to you live Fridays at 8, so you better subscribe.
What you know about us? What you know about us? What you know about us? What you know? We're the Unfiltered Feedsters coming to you live Fridays at 8, so you better subscribe.
Hey guys, and welcome to the Unfiltered Feedsters presented by the Big Brother Insider. I'm your co-host Nick.
And I'm your co-host Rachel.
So Rachel, what actually happened in the Big Brother house this week?
A lot of these going around everywhere.
Everywhere. Listen, obviously nothing fucking happened at all this week. The whole time.
Absolutely nothing besides infected toes and fingers.
I mean,
fingers that weren't infected yet.
Dun dun dun. Listen, it was real. It got real nasty this week. Other than a food competition happening, not one played for have-nots, an actual BB chop happening, pot ball happening, no game talk really, Liz's HOH literally sliding under the radar, and everybody just having a good fucking time. No
was
hope
it
for Becky.
Under the radar or into her?
I mean, let's be honest. It was slippery.
Just to throw this out there, everybody put your comments down below. Let us know what you have to say about anything we talk about. We will be reading your comments as we speak.
As we speak. It definitely was an interesting week this week, not knowing if something was going to blow up or if anything was actually going to happen. It was pretty much enjoyable, as chill as it was, because it wasn't like the constant, this is happening, this person's in this room, oh my god, this is going on. It was just like a fun week.
Let's just say that there was a couple of nights this week where the house guests were asleep by 1. That's how boring this week was. In fact, I think it was Wednesday night, they were asleep by 12:30 except for Steve. It was a very, very, very boring week in the house.
Definitely was. I mean, God bless these house guests that they're so creative and they do things. They don't just sit around going, I'm so bored. What am I gonna do? Austin, let's go. Oh, never mind.
We really have got to drop this.
Come on, it's fun. Give us some shout outs real quick before we get started in the YouTube comments. Raven, we see you. At Matthew, we see you. And Raven, we see you again. We'll get to those comments soon. We're just saying hey, what's up. And shout out to Mama Ro.
Mama Ro's always here.
Hello, Mama Ro.
I'm trying to bring up the comments, so give me a second.
That's okay. It was. Don't die on us now.
I'm not dying.
We have a good show planned for you guys. We want to have a lot of interaction with you guys, unlike Austin and Liz. Just to throw that out there. Sorry, I had to
Oh my gosh, we have to stop.
I had to do it again. Stop it, Rachel. You might just get so jealous.
Oh. Don't worry, that's coming.
Honestly, that's not the only thing that came this week.
Okay. Anyway.
Okay. We have a good show for you guys tonight. We're going to run through what happened last week, what happened so far this new upcoming week. Some spoilers, some info, interaction, great things.
Okay, I will save you from Nick.
Yeah, thank you.
Last Thursday, we had a new HOH, which was an emoji challenge type of thing. And Liz won, sadly. She nominated John and Becky. And It was pretty cut and dry. Like she didn't really, it wasn't really like up for any debate. Like she knew that she was going to nominate John and Becky. She just didn't know who her target was going to be. And obviously, either one of them going home to them would have been fine. Sadly, it leaned towards Becky because I think Becky would have worked more with James and Meg, even though she was very annoying, so I'm glad she's gone. But it was really up in the air. It didn't really matter who went home. Like, honestly, at that point, it didn't really matter. So Wednesday, we had the veto competition. Nick, do you want to go into that?
The veto. Hey, Rachel. Rachel.
Give me that butter!
Give me that butter! RIP headphone users. I'm sorry. So the veto competition was obviously OTEV. And when I see OTEV, I expect OTEV to be like huge. And like this whole like showing of like a big show happening, whatever. I kind of felt like OTEV was a little small. I think they went gluten-free with his buns. Okay, I'm going to continue. So our veto players were Liz, John, Becky, Austin, Meg, and Steve. 6th place out was Johnny Mac. 5th was Steve. 4th was Becky. 3rd was Meg. 2nd was Austin. And 1st place winner was Liz. Which is kind of interesting because I kind of felt like in the last couple of weeks, it's kind of been like, oh, James takes HOH. James takes POV. Then we have Liz takes HOH. Liz takes POV. It's definitely weird, but I just want to take a moment and congratulate Meg for being 3rd in OTEV, even after taking that hard ass fall. Yeah, she ate shit. I'm sorry. I love Meg to death, and I'm sitting there watching like, oh shit, she just ate shit. Poor Meg,
that was pretty rough.
We love you. It was definitely so our winner was Liz. When they did the veto ceremony, it resulted in the noms staying the same. So we had Becky and John on the block, which, like Rachel said earlier, it was kind of like they knew what they were doing. It was a thing, and it was a set thing. There was no fighting about it. It was kind of like, hey, you guys are going up. And then they're like, okay. And then, it happened. So Thursday's eviction, we got a lovely speech from Becky being on the block about what she does in the house to keep her and all this stuff. And then Johnny Mac comes in with the opposite speech saying, hey guys, I don't know what I do here, but I do things and I'm just here and don't you just keep me here because I'm really fun.
Dude, do you not realize people are tuning out because of you?
Honestly, I'm fun. I don't give a shit.
I'm keeping this show afloat here.
Floaters, grab a line fest. Rachel!
I knew it was coming.
Oh my god. So Becky was evicted of a vote 6-0. And I should recap that. Becky and her infected toe was evicted 6-0. We were really excited to see how like she was gonna hobble out of the Big Brother house. We love Becky. It was just funny, like the night before, she was getting carried around by the guys in the house to go upstairs to HOH room to go to the bathroom because her toe was it was really infected. And I saw on Twitter that it took a long time for her to actually get medical help. Big Brother was denying that there was nobody there to see her. And when you kind of think about it, it brings it back to Audrey when she needed to talk to a psychiatrist. There was nobody there for her, and she had to wait, write it out. And it's kind of thinking if you have an infection or you're hurt, you don't have somebody on staff 24/7. God forbid if something happens. What if it's that extreme, they're just going to rush into the hospital? I think that's kind of fucked up. Big Brother, get your medical shit together. So Becky left the vote 6-0, and then we went into a brand new HOH competition. To be honest, I'm a little fucking pissed off that it was getting promoted as this big fucking endurance thing. I'm sitting here thinking damn, we about to get a new endurance competition. They're about to be hanging from shit from the ceiling. They're about to be flying across the fucking wall. They're going to just be everywhere. We got a ready, set, whoa. How about ready, set, no? Because that shit was fucking good.
That was actually pretty funny.
I just came up with it myself. Pat on the back. But seriously, I'm is this real life? You're just testing their fucking patience. Is this real? I was just no, please stop. So it came down to, actually, let's back this up a second. While watching the competition live, first of all, we've had more fucking feeds during the fucking live, whatever it's supposed to be on the fucking feeds. We've got no endurance we had maybe 10 minutes of endurance of actually seeing the whole thing. Everything else was fucking fish the whole time. And
That
I
was
do believe there was a lot of technical difficulties, speculations I'm putting that at. There was a point where it was John, Steve, Austin, and James where they ran to hit their button, and production comes over the loudspeaker and say, somebody didn't hit their button. And they all ran back to press their button, and then it came back that John didn't hit their button. It does look like, if you go to Unfiltered Feeds on Twitter, you go through our videos, like our media stuff, you'll see it. It looks like everybody hits the button. I mean, as close as it's going to be, we can't really tell, so we'll see on the episode. But I kind of feel like if John did hit the button and there was a technical difficulty, I do feel that they should have replayed it. But I kind of feel like Big Brother doesn't want to be like, hey, we fucked up, so let's redo that. I just kind of feel like they're not about that life. So it comes down to James and Austin in the end. They're trying to psych each other out. It was all in good fun. They were trying to psych each other out, and it came up to go. They fucking ran. It was literally neck and neck. There's
a picture out there. I think Miss Cleo tweeted it, or someone tweeted it, and it was literally like this much. Like James's hand, like this is the button, and James's hand was like this, and Austin's hand was like that. It was literally that close. It was Austin's long arms is what won him that competition.
Oh. And the whole time, Rachel and I are sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? The anxiety, the nervousness of the whole fucking waiting for everything. It was just crazy. But that's, again, one of the things I do like when we watch endurance competitions live. It's like the thrill and the feel of going through the experience. But for that to be called an endurance comp, I think it was pretty stupid. I mean, it could have been used for something else, not an HOH competition. So it came down to Austin winning the HOH. Liz crowned him as the hunk of household.
Hunk of household, yeah.
Let me throw the fuck out.
Where's the garbage can?
Where's the garbage can? I have a trash bag.
Yeah, we need to put Austin and Liz in that trash bag.
Seriously. And the fact that Austin wanted to fucking throw it, F wound up winning it. And the fact during that competition,
I will say this, and I wholeheartedly believe this. The only fucking reason why he won that competition is so he could have the HOH room with Liz. Only reason.
Finger game part two. Finger game part two. Who's saying that? Finger game part two. Stop it. Who's in finger game? Okay, I'm done.
Oh my god, I hate you. Anyway, fuck, I lost my train of thought. Gosh.
You were saying the only reason why he got the HOH was for the bed.
Oh, yeah, they were good with everyone in the house. Like, Steve and Johnny Mac weren't coming after them. James and Meg aren't coming after them. And Vanessa wasn't coming after them. Like, why would you win the HOH? Because if, like, winning this HOH made them pick a side. And you see who's on the block right now. Spoiler alert for anyone who doesn't know. Turn it off right now.
Spoiler alert!
Steve and Johnny Mac are on the block. Therefore, it goes to show you what side they picked. James and Meg. Vanessa is the backdoor pawn. We'll put air quotes around that word, pawn. I really like watching Austin as an HOH. At first, I was like, fuck, this might be bad. And everybody that tried to throw James out there to go up, he was having none of it. Absolutely none of it. He was not going to put them up on his block.
No, Vanessa tried so hard to get James or Meg up on the block, and then she slowly started realizing that he's not having it. So she had switched to Steve last night, and she was like, listen, Steve, you have to go up. But here, let's have a BB reenactment and scene. Steve, you have to go up on the block, because if you don't go up on the block, I don't want you to be in a... But listen, I would go on the block, but listen, you would have to vote out Johnny Mac, and I don't want that to be an awkward situation for you. So let's not put me on the block, and you go up there, and I'm going to be so heroic just for you, Steve. So
and the best part is that she's like, I would volunteer to be a pawn, but not this week because I don't trust Steve's vote. If you don't trust his vote, then why the fuck should he trust yours?
Bam.
Please tell me that.
Oh, and Rachel, can you speak them with the knowledge of Vanessa's, in quote, votes?
Oh, yeah. The funny part is that she's like, I'll go up as a pawn, but not this week. This week is not the right week to do it. I'll do it next week because you only need 2 votes in the HOH. Honey, someone's coming back. You're still going to have 8 people next week. You're still going to need 3 votes. Like, You're a fucking idiot.
Her logic is really not working out for her.
I don't get it.
I
Before I go crazy, I'm gonna read some of these comments here
some YouTube.
because some of them are really funny.
Don't forget, guys,
Um,
comment down below. And if you can't comment down below for some reason, hit us up at Unfiltered Feeds on Twitter. Send us tweets, and we're gonna read them. Okay?
Matthew said Austin is a boring, no big balls HOH disappointment. Honestly, Matthew, I would wait until Monday to say that. If Vanessa doesn't go up on the block, then you can say that. But I don't think putting Vanessa up straight away is the right idea. Backdooring Vanessa, even though only 2 people are going to be sitting out of the POV, backdooring Vanessa is still your best bet, because I just feel like she's a good backdoor. And plus, Austin is in it for the TV. Austin would rather crazily backdoor Vanessa than just put her up and say, oh, you're a pawn, and then accidentally vote you out. That's not how Austin likes to do things. Duchess, Tiny Big Brother, Lynn, hi to all of y'all guys. All of you. Let's see what else. Lynn said, I really enjoy watching the 2 of you. Normally it's the middle of the night of my smart TV. Tonight, Mac, my Yorkie, have you live and sharing a pizza. Have fun eating your pizza. The house guests are eating pizza tonight too. Lynn also said, yes, Nick, you are fun.
Thanks.
I said, yay, Vicodin. Yes, Becky did have Vicodin for her toe. And while we're on the toe subject, am I the only one that noticed she didn't limp out of the house when she was being carried down from the HOH just like 5 hours before that happened?
Listen.
Just to throw that out there.
I'm going to give you your options. A, she was faking the whole time in the Big Brother house just so they would be like, give her a pity vote. So she would say because she was injured. So they were like, oh, she's injured. She's not going to compete. B, that cortisone shot that she got really fucking worked. C, C, she didn't want to be embarrassed on TV. Or D, we got fucked over because we really want to see her hobble at the fucking house.
Yeah, I really don't know what was going on with that. But anyway, oh gosh, I have something. Matthew said Vanessa needs to feel the heat of the hot seat. Yes, I agree. She felt it the week Becky was HOH. When was that? 2 weeks ago. And she tried to pull an Audrey. And obviously it worked. She's still in the house. So whatever.
Reading from Twitter real quick. At A Willie Foe, intro equals awesome. They quoted our live now and subscribe when they came to the video. Thank you.
We really appreciate all of the support and people that are giving us shout outs.
And also shout out to at Danny VIERPS on Twitter. She couldn't watch tonight, but she really wanted to. So girl, when you're watching this, here's your shout out.
Let's see what else is happening in the YouTube comments. We're trying to extend the show a little bit by reading all of the comments because it's a very boring week in the Big Brother house. So we're trying not to make it a 10-minute show.
Let me put a question out there for you guys. Okay, so if you guys won HOH this week, who would you put up? But here's the twist. You can't put Vanessa up. Who would you put up and why?
Or if you're aligned with Austin and the twins, who do you put up?
There you go. Let's see.
The thing about asking that question is we see everything that's happening, so we know who's truly aligned with who. They don't see that. So our answers are kind of biased. But still, it's fun to joke around. The Critty Cat says, LOL, I love y'all. We see you, girl. We love you too.
Thank you guys for the support.
Raven said, V is a joke. She will end up as one of the most hated house guests ever on Big Brother. I completely agree. Unless she takes Austin out, I think her hatred would decrease a little bit. But I could definitely see... Oh, crap. My comments jumped. I could definitely see her being one of the most hated.
Shout out to Raven in the YouTube comments. Hey, chat, let's give this vid some more likes on YouTube. Thank you. Come on, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Everything's down below.
And also give us shout outs on Twitter, and you might be our next super fan of the week. which we do have a new superfan, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned. And we have some funny highlights too. Stay tuned.
Yeah, we do.
I'm gonna check Twitter real quick. Oh, the twins.
Raven said that she's fine with anyone winning the game except Austin or the twins. Honestly, ideally, I would like to see Meg, James, and Jackie when she comes back be the final three. Do I think that'll happen? Absolutely not.
Well, that's a good question. Who do you guys want to come back from the jury?
Who do you think's going this week, and who do you think will come back out of the 4 people that are going? Let us know.
We personally want Jackie to come back because I miss her sense of humor. I miss her no bullshit game, and I just think she'll bring a lot back into the game. Raven, gotta support the channel. Thanks, Nick. You're welcome, girl.
Matthew says one of the twins need to go post Vanessa. I agree. I don't think James and Meg. I was talking to Nick about this earlier. I think if Becky comes back, I think Becky's going for Liz. No matter if Vanessa's in the house or not. I also believe that if Becky can talk like Becky talks to Jackie in the HOH or in the jury house, I think that Becky can convince Jackie to go after the twins. So I really hope Jackie comes back in and Jackie, James, and Meg target Austin and the twins after Vanessa goes out.
In the chat about who people want to come back from jury, we see from Teeny Big Brother, Jackie. From Raven, Jackie would be fun to see her go off on Steve. The Critty Cat wants Jackie to come back. Angela. Oh, I'm sorry, Angel Chick 736 wants Jackie to come back in. A shout out to you. Thank you for joining. Sorry, Rachel, for cutting you off.
Oh no, you're fine. Matthew and Ty, everybody in our comments wants Jackie. So
hey, team Jackie.
Bring back the goblins. Unite the goblins.
Oh my god, this is gonna be so good. On Twitter at @AWillieFo, she says Austin is a pussy. John and Steve are pussy at Unfiltered Feeds. Honestly, we have to agree, but
you didn't hear that.
No.
We both literally just said honestly at the exact same time.
Honestly. Like Rachel said earlier, we have to wait until the veto ceremony come Monday. We have to see how it plays out and who he puts up. Because if he does put Vanessa up, she's going. I mean, okay, I shouldn't say she's going because God knows she can move people in the words of Becky. But I do think we have a fair shot of getting her out.
No, I wholeheartedly agree. If Vanessa goes up, Vanessa goes out. Because Julia and Liz are not going to want to keep her with Austin putting her up because then she's coming after them. So they're going to vote her out. Steve's going to vote her out because, or if Steve's off the block, it could be Johnny Mac off the block. If Johnny Mac's off the block, Johnny Mac's definitely voting her out. So honestly, they wouldn't even need Liz and Julia because James, Meg, and Johnny Mac would all vote her out. I think if she goes up against Steve, she's definitely going home. I think if she goes up against Johnny Mac, it's more of a question mark.
Yep.
But we're honestly not going to know until POV.
Yep.
Johnny Mac wins. You could see Meg or Vanessa up there.
I kind of want to touch in last night. It was like, Rachel, would you say like 5 or 6 or something when Austin and the twins were upstairs talking about why am I echoing? It's probably my computer. I just want to touch on the twins in the HOH room with Austin. They were going back and forth, who should be put up, who shouldn't be put up. And they literally were like, no, Vanessa can't go up. Vanessa has to go up. No, Vanessa can't go up. Vanessa go up. They're sitting there playing good cop and bad cop. And Austin's like, I want her fucking gone. Like, he's like literally like, Austin mad. Austin slam. And they're just going back and forth. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, Rachel, they're hurting my head. My head is fucking spinning. I can't. It was just so.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of back and forth drama because, like I said earlier, they shouldn't have won this week. They absolutely shouldn't have won this week because now they're in a position where they have to choose a side. And I feel like if Derek had tweeted this earlier, but I was saying to Nick whenever he first won, I said, if you put up Vanessa, like if you get Vanessa out, who's going to be mad at you? Absolutely no one. If you get Johnny Mac out, Steve isn't really going to be mad at you, but Steve's definitely not going to be happy about it. If you get James or Meg out, if you get Meg out, James is coming back with a fucking vengeance, and he knows that he's on his own, and he knows that Jackie is going to win that comeback comp, and Jackie's going to team up with him, and this is going to be him and Jackie. That's one of the scariest duos in the fucking game.
Yep.
So you do not want this is not the week. And if you get James out, James is coming back in, and James will win an endurance comp. So they James and Meg is not the right move this week. And that's not because I'm a fan of theirs, it's because it's not the right fucking move.
Nope. And the fact that Austin kept riding out for James and Meg last night, saying that they're not going on the block, and that he came up with them and said, we made a deal, that I'm not going to put you guys up or blah, 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 blah. And he's kept true to it. Hopefully it keeps true after the veto ceremony, and hopefully Vanessa does go up. I just think it's going to be just playing the waiting game at this point, because everything is going to flip-flop back and forth, because Vanessa is going to be fucking paranoid. She was paranoid last night when, after the HOH competition, she goes into the bathroom to, I think it was Liz and Julia, and she's like, I have a plan to minimize the blood on Austin's hand. We just
No, she told that to Austin, and then she told it to Julia.
She did. I was trying to remember.
Okay, I wanna address this. Matthew asked, "What is BB Fingergate?" How the hell you don't know that? I don't know. But BB Fingergate is Austin fingering Liz.
Not one, not two,
but like 3 to 5 times last week.
It was
so anyway. James is a smart and great competitor. Honestly, James is probably playing one of the best games in the house, because people like didn't really want to come after him this whole game pretty much. And the people that did want to come after him are gone. And now Vanessa's trying to come at him because she knows that he'll beat her in a competition.
Yep.
So, but if she wants to take him out, let her fucking win HOH and take him out, man. Shit. Like, what the fuck? That's another reason why Austin shouldn't have won, because nobody's coming after him. You don't take people out that are coming after you. Nobody was coming after them.
His excuse was, I needed to win to make sure that my girls are safe. But I know that if James would have won, Vanessa could have gotten his ear. I said to Rachel,
the funny thing is to me is that he said that Liz asked him not to throw it. Like, okay then.
Like, you're being selfish, number one.
Exactly.
You're being selfish over the long run. So now you're thinking it's like you're pulling this short game move, and you're potentially putting $500,000 at stake when you were Gucci. Nobody was coming after you. After everything that's been going on, nobody has targeted you. Like,
nope.
Seriously?
Absolutely not. Critty Cat was telling Matthew what the Fingergate was and said Austin being unable to keep his fingers out of Liz's cave of wonders. That was pretty fucking hilarious right there. That was pretty funny.
Oh my god.
Also see the Critty Cat in Twitter comments giving us a shout out. Thanks for the shout out. Stay tuned.
I mean,
anyway,
honestly, if it comes down to Austin and Liz losing by a finger, I mean...
I can't.
You knew this was going to happen.
I also want to read some Zingbot tweets. If y'all didn't know, Zingbot joined Twitter, and he's been zinging former house guests. He tweeted, and fans, yes. He zinged Dr. Will and said, at Dr. Will Kirby, I never got a chance to zing you on Big Brother. I wasn't around in the Stone Ages. Zing! Let's see what else we have here. I feel like it's not that funny because there aren't people here to laugh at me. So when I say it, I just kind of feel awkward.
I think I might have something for that.
Oh no, I shouldn't have said that.
I mean,
Okay. He tweeted Jeff and said, "Why is there a 23 in your Twitter handle? Is that how many more years you plan to put off your wedding?" Zing.
zing.
And I just read this a few minutes ago. He tweeted Nicole, which this kind of pissed me off a little bit. He tweeted Nicole and said, "I hear you just became a nurse. That's good news because your relationship with @teenage child, which is Hayden, makes everyone nauseous."
What the fuck?
That relationship doesn't make anyone nauseous.
Bam.
And then the last one I'm going to read is he tweeted Nick Uhas and said, "Oh no, I've forgotten my zing for you. I guess it was about as memorable as you were."
I mean, was that a thing?
You're so annoying. I really hope people can hear that, because if they can't hear that, it's going to be like stupid. Y'all let us know if you could hear the laughs in the background.
Can you do me a
Okay.
favor, Paige? Can you read the tweet from Dr. Will to Zingbot?
Yeah, let me go find it.
Okay, so since Zingbot had came at Dr. Will, he had a little medicine for Zingbot. And we ain't talking about WD-40. Let me help myself.
Dude, can you chill with the laughs? That hurts my eardrums.
Hashtag pray.
He's tweeted Zingbot a lot.
Really?
Yeah, he tweeted him the other day and said, "If I wanted to hear from those who should have never been involved with Big Brother, I'd follow you @Zingbot Official or the season 15 cast."
Zing. Let's see what we have. Justin T in the comments, they are just ew. Raven losing by a finger, haha, Nick. And then,
Okay, they can hear it good. Okay, good. So,
Good.
Nick, stop with the laughing.
but I want to continue.
No. Okay. I also had something else, and I completely forgot what it was.
Teeny Big Brother.
Oh, speaking of Zingbot, Zingbot is coming in this week, tomorrow. So we will have Zingbot comments to tweet out when we figure out what they say.
I hope they get them really good. I really do. I mean, and I kind of hope Zingbot touches on the Fingergate scandal.
Oh my gosh. I just remembered what I was going to tell y'all.
Oh,
So,
yes.
is it what?
Was it that thing that was noted?
No. I'll get to that in a minute, though.
Okay.
But Vanessa has told Austin that in Austin's HOH basket, he got a clown nose, right? So Vanessa is saying that it means not to trust the clowns of the house, James and Johnny Mac. Okay. Her second scandal, or whatever you want to call it, is that not to, or he has a picture of him and his gay best friends, and it was upside down in the picture frame. And she said that meant that he needed to align himself with the gays of the house, which is obviously Vanessa. So this whole thing means that he needs to align himself with Vanessa and not trust James and Johnny Mac, which is exactly what she's trying to push to him right now. So I don't know. I find it really funny that she like brings up shit that is in their HOH basket just to prove her point. Like, makes no sense to me.
Like, bitch, take a fucking seat. Just sit the fuck down. Nobody wants to hear your fucking comments and your fucking, oh my god, this is a thing. Oh my god, speculations. Let me back up my fucking bullshit with more bullshit. Fucking sit on the
Yeah, it's pretty fucking ridiculous. I really don't understand it at all. Also, I want to point this out that last week, after our show ended, we had a person in the comments who literally commented a fucking book. If you didn't see it, you can go back to our last video and see it. It's there. And I got about 4 sentences into it, and I stopped at the point where she called me jealous of Becky. If anyone watched last week's episode, which I know a few of you did because I remember seeing y'all in the comments, I I had mentioned that Becky was kind of like a prostitute without the sex because of, the whole dressing up and cooking for James when he's HOH and all that shit. And she told me I was jealous of Becky. And I really don't understand how I'm jealous of Becky. Like, that makes absolutely no sense to me. But I just want to put that out there that I'm not jealous of Becky at all. And her comment was absolutely ridiculous. So, if she's watching this, I hate to break it to you, honey, but you're wrong.
Dead wrong.
Because Stop with that. Seriously, stop. Anyway, I'm not jealous of her. And it's pretty fucking stupid that anyone would even think that. Saying how I feel about people, and just because I feel that way doesn't make me jealous of them. Just to say. I think Tiny Big Brother said, I think Vanessa's also exhausting IRL.
In real life.
In real life. Gotcha. I did not know what that meant.
Matthew Guy, zip your lip. Zip your lip like a padlock. We know who you're talking to.
Yeah, really.
Oh, and a fucking shout out to that one disliker that didn't show up last week. We see you. We see you.
Yes. That one person that always dislikes our videos were gone last week after we shouted them out. We know who you are.
We see you.
Thank you.
We got your ass on lock.
See what else we have. We didn't really have a backstab of the week.
Yeah.
That was really, like, I'm telling y'all, last week was so fucking boring. Like, literally, we're gasping at straws to try to figure out what the fuck to talk about. We do have a funny highlight coming up pretty soon, though.
Just a shout out real quick to Duchess Lisa on Twitter, having a blast watching and chatting with @Unfiltered Feeds, BB17 Week 8 recap. We're having a blast chatting with you guys, too. I know we always say it at the videos, like with the sport and everything. We truly thank you all. And this is just so fun, just sitting back bullshitting with you guys and seeing what you like, what you don't like, what comments you have to say. Fucking love it. All right,
yeah, so it's really fun to just like get other people's opinions and just like chat with you guys. We literally started from the bottom and now we're here. Like, we didn't really have anything. We started from scratch, and we really enjoy like all the positive people that have come into our Twitter, and it's really nice to get to like kind of meet you guys because you're all pretty funny and hilarious just like us. Raven said, don't mind her. Don't pay her no mind, Rachel. Haters gonna hate. Absolutely. If you don't have haters, you ain't doing something right.
Haters, back off. Not even kidding.
What did you guys think of Steve's parade from his hometown? Was so fake. Oh my God. My eyeballs were literally rolled so far into the back of my head that I could see what my brain looked like. I'm so fucking over him.
I wanted to put my head into a bucket of water and inhale so hard and drown myself.
Yeah, like it wasn't even cute.
Like every week when we watch a live show, it's so fucking fucking annoying when you watch Steve go in the diary room. Hey, Julie. Thanks, Julie. Like, just like that. Fucking annoys the shit.
Matthew wants to know who do you want to be the ideal final three in the house? If anybody has any questions for us, let us know. Put it in the comments, tweet us. We'll answer your questions. Yes. For me, the ideal final three is James, Jackie, Meg. That's the ideal final three. Do I think that'll happen? Probably not. I think it's really hard here because what I think and what I want are two different things, and it's hard for me to say exactly what I think. I really do believe that it'll end up being, God, I want to bite my tongue so hard. Vanessa and probably Liz, and maybe like a Meg. I really do think it'll be Vanessa, Liz, and Meg.
If we don't get down to brass tacks in this bitch and get people to fuck out, then we're gonna be sitting there fucking pissed to shit. Get it together, house guests. Get the fuck
What
together.
did you think of Steve's haircut? Oh, Nick, go with your ideal final three.
Oh, my ideal final three. Same as Rachel. I do enjoy those three together, especially when they were sitting in the have not room and just fucking laughing. Who I think is going to be there. If Vanessa doesn't get out this week, she's going to be sitting there along with one of the Oz twins, one of those three groups, somebody from there. And then maybe it's going to be a floater, so it's going to be a Meg. So it's literally the same thing.
Yeah. Me and Nick have a lot of the same opinions on a lot of stuff.
And it's not because, we're like best friends, basically like siblings. It's nothing like that at all. It's that we have a lot of same views on things, and we dissect Big Brother kind of the same way. We will run different ideas by each other, and we will see what somebody says and be like, oh, I didn't think of it that way. Or this could happen this way. It's definitely interesting to have somebody that you're close with bounce like ideas and back off of each other. But, we said it from the beginning. We have our opinions. Our fans have their opinions too. We want to hear them. Just don't come stupid at us in our comments, because we're going to shut you the fuck down.
Exactly. The next question is, do not do the clapping.
I wasn't going to do it.
You had that big ass smile on your face. I really thought you were about to. Oh my gosh. Lynn wants to know, what did you think of Steve's haircut? Honestly, I liked it a lot better than that poof. I cannot get over Steve's fakeness in this house. Like, it makes me want to go up to him and punch him in the face. I told Nick the other day, please, anybody watching this, do not take this serious, because I was completely joking. But I told Nick the other day I wanted to grab Steve by his balls, pull them up, and choke him with them, because I'm so fucking angry at how he acts like a little 10-year-old. And he's like, I have social awkwardness. Like, okay, I get that, but you're in the Big Brother house for 64 fucking days already. Like, nobody cares about social awkwardness anymore. You've been in the game for 64 days. No one cares anymore.
But Rachel, you don't like me?
Oh my gosh.
Rachel, come on. I didn't know anything in the game. I'm so shocked. Rachel.
Weren't you supposed to go out day 15?
But Rachel.
Why couldn't you just go out then?
Rachel.
Oh, another thing I want to mention. Last night, Johnny, Mac, James, and Meg were in the nightclub room, and they were talking about on first impressions, who did they think they would be like really good friends with? And Meg said Jason, and shockingly, Johnny Mac said that when on first impressions, he thought he was going to be really good friends with Jason, which I did not really see that coming. That's definitely an interesting choice. Oh, back to Steve's haircut. I don't think we ever answered the question. I really liked Steve's haircut. It definitely makes him look a lot better. I don't know. I can't handle his fakeness anymore.
No, it's so fucking annoying. Like, when he acts shocked about something that he already knew, he's like, oh, I did not know that. I did not know. Are you serious?
Tiny said Steve is a man/child. I blame his parents for real. I think it's just who he is. Like, there's a lot of people out there like that, and there's always one on the Big Brother cast. Always. Justin says Steve's double eviction move was stupid as shit. That's what made the game turn for Liston. I completely agree, because if Steve would not have won that, it would have been Johnny Mac or Austin. And if Johnny Mac would have won that, Johnny Mac would have taken out Vanessa for sure. This game would be completely fucking different. And Steve taking out Jackie was really stupid, and all he did was listen Liz and Austin and Julia's dirty work.
That's all he did.
Because Jackie wasn't coming after him. Absolutely not. Jackie was not coming after him. So the fact that he took her out was really stupid, especially when she has the chance to come back.
Exactly.
He just shouldn't have fucking won.
Looking at Raven in the YouTube comments, Steve, thanks, Julie. Sounds like a teenage girl. It's literally, it does. And I don't know what grinds my gears about it. I watch Big Brother live every Thursday with my family and with like Rachel on FaceTime. And when I know he's going up, I just literally cringe every part of my body. And I'm just like, just like that.
Oh, speaking of the diary room voting, I don't think we ever discussed Johnny Mac's. I guess people are calling it rudeness to Julie. I didn't think it was that rude. I thought it was kind of funny actually. But he like walked in the diary room. He's like, "Yeah, what do you want?"
Whatever.
And then whenever he casts his vote, he like walks out. He goes, "Whatever." Like I thought it was actually kind of funny, but apparently people are looking. I mean, he could have been upset that Jackie was going home, or was that Jackie's vote? I don't remember which vote that was. Or was that Shelly and Vanessa? If it was Shelly and Vanessa, yeah, I think so too. I think he was mad because Vanessa wasn't going home, and he wanted to vote out Vanessa.
Like a funny thing because Johnny Mac is like he's funny like that. He makes little jokes and stuff like that. So I kind of think it was a funny thing too. I don't think anybody should hold it over their head.
Justin also said, "I don't understand why the hell they would let the twins in the first place. It's awful. Who gives a shit about numbers? Nothing in the world is closer than twins." I completely agree. I think that the wrong people got in power because Shelly and Vanessa were in power the last 4 weeks that they were in the house, or the last 4 weeks that, or the 4 weeks that they knew about the twins coming in. So no, like Shelly and Vanessa weren't going to take a shot at the twins because the twins were going to be on their side.
Yep.
So they honestly didn't really have a chance because the one time they tried to get Liz up on the block, it backfired in their face. So honestly, they really didn't have a chance. Now that makes Vanessa and Shelly the dumb ones, but we already knew that. So
Raven says, "Thanks, Justin and Nick. I was hoping I wasn't the only one who gets annoyed by Steve's diary room when he goes to vote." Nope, there's like half of America that's annoyed by it. We have Justin. People are always nice to Julie, so it was different and funny. I completely agree. I feel like you get your characters once in a while. So that was just one of them. What else do we have?
Justin said Johnny Mac waited too long to play the game. I understand staying under the radar, but now he has nobody. That's because everybody voted him. Like everybody voted out his people. He had his people, and it's kind of like with James and Meg. They've played this whole time, and it's just them two. It doesn't matter if you start playing at the beginning or halfway through the game. It matters about who the people are in power. He's not the type of person that's going to go up there and honestly, he played the fucking game. He threw competitions for people. It's just those people got voted out.
Exactly, and he won vetoes that he knew he needed to win.
Exactly. So I really don't think that he didn't play the game. I think he was looked at as a thrower, and he wasn't looked at as a threat at the beginning of the season.
The thing with the live feeds is when you watch them 24/7 or ever how long you watch them, it comes down to being a social player and game talk, who you're checking in with, who you know they're not really checking in with, to decipher what kind of game they're playing and what they're doing. Rachel has made this point many of times. You need to watch who people talk to. You need to watch who's in the room when they're talking. And you need to watch if they're talking to their closest ally. So if they're talking to their closest ally, 100% know that's what's happening. If they're talking to their closest ally and somebody else is in the room that they don't fully trust, they could be mouthing off something completely different, and then they'll check in with their closest ally later. Johnny Mac.
Yeah, this has always been my thing. If you see like James and Meg talking, you know whatever they're saying is 100% true to each other. If you see Liz and Austin talking, you know whatever they're saying is 100% true. The same with Julia and Liz. And then Vanessa doesn't tell the truth to any fucking body, so you never know what she's thinking, even in the DR, because we know that shit is scripted as a motherfucker. And then you have Steve and Johnny Mac. I don't really think Steve tells the truth to everybody either. Obviously, nobody fucking knew that he was going to go after Jackie. So I really think that's like this season, honestly, compared to last season, has been balls to the fucking walls, because we literally have no idea who's telling the truth to who except like 4 people in the house. So I really don't, like, it's really hard to tell who's telling the truth to who, honestly.
No alliances, really. It's just,
yeah, it's been a crazy season, which is honestly why I don't mind the calmness of the weeks, because it's been so hectic. Like, it's only day 65, I think, and we have like 33 days left in the house, and it's 8 people left. Technically 9 because someone else comes in. So it's ridiculous. I don't know, in case y'all missed it, last week's episode, I think around like the 59-minute mark, we dropped some knowledge about what might happen in the future about who, like when the jury members come back, which now we know it was last week. So I definitely think that you should check that out if you haven't seen it already. Let's get to some of these comments because I see them coming.
I want to read Sierra's Long's comment. Do you think that Shelly would work with James if she comes back? And do you think James will put up Oz twins next week if he wins? I want to say that Shelly might go after James, but she made it seem like she wants to go after Vanessa. I do think James will be a backdoor option, and she'll keep him in his back pocket just to, get him out of the house because he went back on his word and Clay was evicted. As far as James,
honestly, my opinion on that is if Shelly comes back in and Vanessa's still in the game, I don't know, because you have to go with numbers when you come back in. And I think that if Johnny Mac goes this week, I wholeheartedly believe she will go to Oz twins and Vanessa because she needs numbers coming back in, and that's who she would go for. Now, do I think Austin and the twins would really go for it? Probably not. But I honestly think unless Jackie comes back in, whoever comes in is going right back out. Unless it is Jackie, because I think they will go for Steve before they go for Jackie.
I think it's going to be definitely interesting. As far as James putting up Oz twins next week, I kind of think they have one more week of safety. It all depends on what happens with this veto ceremony. Who wins veto?
Yeah.
What happens with the veto ceremony? So
I think for James to target Austin, he would have to go up when the comeback in comp and win HOH to target them. Or if Meg goes up, I think that they lose a little bit of trust there. So I don't think they're going to go after him or after Austin and the twins until final 6 or final 5. Because it really doesn't, people are wanting James and Meg to go after Austin and the twins, but it really doesn't make sense for them. Because I wholeheartedly believe that Austin wants to keep them until final 5. So if they get Vanessa out, I wholeheartedly believe that that Austin and the twins will stay with James and Meg. And then it just comes down to who wins comps.
I just want to address something real quick. I see Raven saying that you can watch the interviews on CBS.com or Big Brother official YouTube page. Jeff also interviewed Jackie after the double eviction. Yes, that is true. You can either watch them on CBS or if you go to YouTube and you go to Big Brother 17.
CBS Big Brother is what you're talking about.
And you go there, you'll be able to see clips from the week, highlights, and you'll be able to see all the eviction interviews. So you can check them out there.
And Angel also said, I heard Vanessa told Steve that Jackie was back. He was Jackie's backdoor plan. Yes, she did tell him that. And she told him that he was the backup backdoor plan, which is fucking stupid because why do you need a backup backdoor plan? That's like your 4th target. You have 2 noms, a backdoor, and then a backup backdoor. That's your 4th target down the line. And Jackie's 4 targets that week, well, James wasn't really her target. So her 3 targets that week were Liz and Austin. She's going to go after Liz and Austin before she goes after you. So why are you going to take her out? That's doing Liz and Austin's dirty work, which comes back to exactly what I said earlier. Justin said if Shelly comes back in and Johnny stays, he may have a target because she will align with him, but it could be good for him. I think yes. I think Shelly will try to align. Honestly, y'all, I really don't think Shelly wants to come back in because she doesn't have Clay to really sit by her and fight for her. So she's really going to sell her soul to anyone. So you really you don't really know who Shelly's going to align with. She'll probably align with who's ever in power after they come back.
It's definitely going to be her scrounging for an alliance, and you're going to see her bottom feeding. And it's just going to turn into her not being able to get her shit together and being back out the door. As in, if Jackie comes back in, she has James and Meg. And if Becky comes back in, she'll have Johnny Mac, also James and Meg, kind of. So we're looking at, I think Shelly, I kind of feel like from the jury episode, she was just genuine. When they showed the jury footage on Thursday, that she was genuine with Jackie. She was upset to see Jackie there. And I kind of feel like she's kind of at peace. But who knows what's going to happen. It's definitely gonna be interesting. All right, who else do we have in here? I see Raven talking about that she'd love to see the Donatos play again in All-Star season. I don't think Evil Dick would come back. I don't know if Danny would come back again and play. It would be interesting to see who the lineup would be for an all-star season. I mean, they kind of did that coaches thing that kind of took main people out that would come back. Will they come back again? I don't think they really would. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of lineup we have. I would love nothing more than to see Danny Donato, Brittany Haynes, definitely Derek from last season. I kind of think they would get him out first. It would be an interesting lineup. I have like my fantasy of who would come back. And I think if they did an All-Stars, I kind of feel like people would be happy about it and people would be a little taken back by it, because I don't think everybody wants an All-Star season because of things that's happened in the past. I kind of think people just want a fresh start in something new, especially the last 2 years that they've done this Battle of the Block bullshit, and it technically hasn't worked at all. So I would definitely like to see a brand new season come up with bring it back to old Big Brother. Like, I'm fucking pissed that the have-nots are done already, and there was no food competitions. Like, classic Big Brother is food competitions. That's one thing that I
Well, I just want to throw this out there that whenever I went back and watched it, it didn't say that have-nots were over already.
Oh,
It said that it was for the week.
Oh, okay. I thought
So they might be back next week.
Okay, so sorry for falsely putting out information. So they may be back next week. I just think that it should have been broken down already that they're playing a food competition. I mean, some people like it, some people don't.
But honestly, I don't know. I'm done. Like, I get tired of discussing this subject because it comes up in everything. Like, Big Brother has given us what they're giving us. So there's nothing that we can really do to this. Also, I don't know if you asked this while I was gone or not. If Becky returns from jury, does her never a have not still hold up? What do you guys think? Because I really do not know what they would do.
That's an interesting subject. It was brought up last night between Rachel and I, and Rachel just came out of the blue with it and was like, do you think Becky's never not pass will still be intact if she comes back in the house? Part of me wants to say that it's voided because she left the house. Then a part of me feels like she would come back into the game, so it would be reinstated. I would have to say, personally, my opinion, I think it would be voided.
I'm not really sure. It would be an interesting subject, but I don't really want Becky to come back in, so I'm not that worried about it.
I mean, I kind of think it's a waste if she does come back in because of her toe.
Well, not only her toe, but she's just going to go right back out.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think Jackie's the only one that can come in and actually do something to the game.
Yeah. Oh, and another question. Next week, when we're looking at these, the jurors returning, Rachel and I were also talking about that they'll probably have a crapshoot comp before, and then like they did last year, they had their crapshoot comp before, and then they played in the HOH to become head of household. I want to just discuss real quick, like, thinking about that, would you guys want a crapshoot and then have them play, or would you want them to pull like a BB17 and have them play in like an endurance kind of thing and have like the jury separated and then have the house separated, and whoever is the last jury member has a chance to become HOH, but they're all playing the same game? I like the second option better. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I think it'll be another crapshoot. I think it'll be a different crapshoot, but I definitely think it'll be a crapshoot. Matthew on Twitter wants to know, is Meg and James just friends or romantically linked? Honestly, they're just friends. I think James is kind of growing on Meg a little bit, but I really don't think that she'll do anything in the house because Mayor Mally's watching. But I don't know. I just really like them like together because they could just joke and be themselves with each other.
I see Justin T saying back to the BB6 days. Yes. My whole thing is when I talk to Rachel about food competitions, I always go, Rachel, they should bring it back to old Big Brother where they had a fight for their food, where they had to do comps and whatever they picked up, they would get eggs. They would have eggs for the week. They would get lobster. They would have lobster. And then like I start going on a whole tangent and pretty much shut the fuck up. It happens. So
Pretty much aggravates the shit out of me. Just
like it's not gonna happen. I'm like, but I wanted to. It's not. No, I didn't know.
Okay. Moving on, because we have discussed pretty much anything under the sun that we can possibly think of.
Let's move on to funny highlights.
Yes, let's do the funny highlights.
We're gonna jump into these funny highlights, guys. Sure. All right, guys, let's get started.
Oh my god! What the fuck? What the fuck? Stop. What? Who's in here? Oh my god. Ah! Oh my god! Oh, how lovely. My bed is made. Let's see what James did today. I didn't do anything to you, but... Please come look at this. I hate it. Look how much aluminum foil this weighs. Wait, that's actually so brilliant. Oh my god. And he put chocolates in it too. Oh my god, the foil is so good. James?
Thank you.
That was good, James.
Thank you.
He put... Oh.
The chocolate.
You put chocolate in my sheets.
No, he didn't. Steve did it.
You, Steve? You.
Good team effort. Good team effort.
You are gonna clean this up. My shorts on the bed. I see you. I see. Come on. Really, guys? Do you let me walk into that one too?
No, you gave me a scare. I didn't get you good.
You know what's absolutely hilarious? That I fell for like the chocolate. I just lifted it up. I was like, oh, okay. And I didn't do anything. Oh, chocolate, James! Where's the ball?
I hit it. Chocolate. Ooh-ha.
Wait, how did you not see this when you looked at your last
So
time?
evil, James.
Evil.
Oh, wait, Julie, how did you not see this when you looked at
I
it?
didn't.
How did you miss this?
Oh, that's it. You just started war. You just started war. You just started war.
James is like one of my favorite people ever on Big Brother because he just like pranks everybody, and he comes up with some of the we didn't even add the pranking Steve with putting saran wrapping his HOH basket into his dental chair. So it was a lot of pranks last week. Let's just say that.
It's definitely he's keeping it interesting, he's keeping it fun, and like I love to see that because he doesn't like to stay bored and he likes to just have some fun. Hey, it's something that's going on, right? And it's something you can laugh
at. Something to tweet about.
Oh god, it's so freaking great. Rach, you want to jump into Superfan of the Week?
Yes, our Superfan of the Week is at BB17 Oh, I just dropped my phone. I think it's a she, is a Meg fan, and they tweet a lot with us. They just have conversations with us. They're really awesome, and y'all should go give them a follow.
Go follow them. Here you go. You can see her right here at BB superfan4, and then as well as our previous superfans. So make sure you go follow them. Also, tweet us. Send us your opinions, have interactions with us because you could be our next superfan. We have a whole Unfiltered Feedsters section on the Big Brother Insider, the bbinsider.com, and you can see a little bit about us. Our new episode is always posted here, and we have episodes, hosts, Superfan of the Week. So make sure to go check us out. Also, spoilers and all that good stuff down there below. So make sure to go check us out. All right, guys?
Let's read the comments one more time.
One more time.
Raven said, imagine this season without James. What a great casting choice, BB production. Yes, honestly, oh my gosh, I don't even want to think about it. I'm not even going to. Lynn says, James comes up with interesting pranks. He definitely does. Justin also said, Steve is starting to bug the shit out of me, as you said earlier. That was me 4 weeks ago. It's gotten worse. Justin said they had a food comp. This year, I don't think they had an actual food comp. They had the BB chopped, but that was
all fun and games.
That was just all fun and games.
Matthew, I love old school food competitions. You win this food, that food down the list. I appreciate that kind of food competition. It's one of my favorites, and it's just sad that we don't see that anymore.
Also, I want to give a shout out to Alyssa. I know she's behind the computer screen, probably not watching.
She's waving. She's going.
Nick's girlfriend, for anybody who's wondering. She's really awesome and lets Nick do this with me every week, and she doesn't get mad about it. So I want to give a huge shout out to Alyssa.
Woo! Shout out to Babe back there. Hi.
People probably think we're talking to an imaginary person.
I know. Nick doesn't have friends. Nick doesn't have a girlfriend. He just sits in this room with this backdrop behind him.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Next week we will be live, and Nick will be in Florida.
I will be in a location.
So, I'm not really sure what to expect, but
listen, if technical difficulties happen, we will start the show over again. We will run through stuff that's happened, and we will just pick them and go. Our goal is to give you guys a new show every week and interact with you. So we're going to see how this goes. Rachel and I are going to try to test everything out to make sure we don't have anything terrible happen. So we're just going to try to get all the kinks stuff out. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. As much as nothing happened this week, I think we brought a lot of stuff to light. I think we've had interesting conversations tonight. We got to hear from everybody, and it was really fun. So thank you, guys. Thank you for supporting us.
We will see you guys next week.
We'll see you guys. We've been the Unfiltered Feedsters. I'm your co-host, Nick.
And I'm your co-host, Rachel.
Thank you for watching, and make sure to check out
guys.
Bye, guys.